Oh shit, I've been sitting here talking and nobody's hearing me. Hey Chris, I have said hello to everybody and didn't realize that I forgot to put myself on the screen. Hello, boom. I swear I've said hello to everybody and have been chit chatting away here, just thinking I'm like, oh, okay, okay, yeah, they're so engrossed with their conversation. It's rather interesting, but wow, not a hello in the bunch. So anyway, so what you just did not hear me ask is, does anybody here is anybody here a Game of Thrones fan is watching the new series about Duncan Egg? Um and does anybody watch Monarch Legacy of Monsters on Apple TV? Oh, the fire is because it's hot today. Hot, hot, hot. Hello, Brooke. And you know what? I've got to go back and say it all over again. But I swear I did greet everybody, but I didn't have myself on stage, so it wasn't working. Betty, Brooke, Chris, Nina, Shelly, your feral friend, and Terry. I had said hello when you got in here, and I was telling everybody what a wonderful live you did, but nobody heard because I had forgot to add my dumbass to the stage. So I apologize for leaving y'all sitting here wondering, well, how did we get live and have a chat? Where's the host? Well, yeah, host forgot to put herself up on the stage. Lame. I'm such an amateur. Boogie woogie 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 woogie. Yep. So, okay, so nobody watches those shows. Hey, half a line. Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome. Welcome to the after party. Look at all the love we got in here. Look at all the love we got in here. Nina. Wow. This is great. This is great. We got such a nice chat right now, although half the chat's threatening to fall asleep here shortly. So it will not be a long night. Whether you're mother, whether you're lover, you're staying alive, staying alive. Ha, 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 ha. Oh, Chris is on a roll tonight. So hey, I didn't get to because this is not going to be a long one. I didn't plan any crochet projects for tonight. Hello, Teresa. Not you, not you. um, I would like to do some crocheting tomorrow. So should we make tomorrow a shit crochet day? I think I have two different ship patterns. Or we could crochet a dick. I was talking. That's the whole thing. I was talking. Yeah, I was in yeah, okay. I guess I was just I guess the flames just threw me off. We have come a long way. know if I have a full sweater, but I know I have like a cape style thing that would fit a kitty. And hello, envy me. That's who I was addressing that to. So, but yeah, we can crochet all kinds of things, but we've got some funny things to crochet. One of them being a shit. Yes, and Betty, you're reiterating what I said many times and said before I was being heard by anybody. It was a great live. Yes, we could do some little kitty sweaters and some kitty hats. Jello. But no, we're gonna have a thumb war. We're gonna start doing thumb wars. But no, I'll pull out and show you some of the patterns I have, but I'm not doing that tonight. We have priorities. We have to get our emotional support shits, because we all are going to need some things to squeeze, because you never know, we might be getting summons in the mail soon. That last one about the court said there's about 50 of us, so we have to assume that it's all of us. So we're going to all need some emotional support shits to squeeze, or some other emotional support something or something. I got some special somethings coming up, but we all got to get us together as hookers. So all you got to do is get a set of hooks, Shelly. I would like to try to get somebody else up on the screen to render a little assist here and there, in case my voice is going scratchy, and sometimes I usually do okay teaching people, but sometimes a different set of hands works better for people. Sometimes it just works that way, or two people on the screen with a different angle will help. But you know but if it's just me, it's just me. Wouldn't be the first time I've taught to crochet online or through video. I have mad respect for that, Betty. I don't have the patience to sit down and crochet a full Afghan. I mean, I could do a baby blanket, and that's about as long as I can hold my attention span with doing basically one main stitch for that length of time. Oh, it's funny you mentioned the hooker again. It came across my feed. It was hooker versus hookers. It's a bunch of grannies that are hookers. And I about died when I saw it. Yes, it's a bunch of grannies that hook. So yeah, I love it. I love it. And they only have a couple hundred people plus one more now on their page. So I can't wait till they do their next live. So I'm all excited. All excited about that. I wouldn't mind getting my local friend on, but then that kind of, mixes things up, because, that would be bringing my personal life into this, and I don't want to do that. So I can't. Because she's also an excellent instructor. That's why I say that. But I can't mix the two. God forbid if, like she accidentally slipped and said something, location or name. Do it. Do it. I dare ya. Go for it. Do it. Sorry, I digressed a little there. Ugh. Help me. Help me. What? What? What's the matter with you? What? Okay, well, I guess you're coming up for a visit too. Teresa, we're going to have Chris crocheting an Afghan big enough to cover her city, okay? Don't you worry about that. What are you doing? What are you doing? Let's see. I do think I have another set of flames I could put up tonight. There we go. Okay. Off. Off. It's overheating in here. Ooh. Hey, Nutter. It is -2. And I'm like overheating right now. What the hell? Usually I'm freezing, but right now all of a sudden I'm a little heated. Must be the flames coming off my monitor warming me up. Who knew that would work so effectively? Fireplace sure as hell didn't work. I do have to sew some things, but I don't know if I could fit my sewing table in here. And if I go and sew, if I set it up in the other room and sew, you'll never be able to hear a thing because the birds won't shut up. So that's not going to work. Okay, Switzerland, Switzerland, Switzerland. Betty, is the difficulty in holding the hooks or holding two hooks and coordinating with your arthritis? Yeah, I didn't see anything about Wendy. That's why I just said Switzerland, Switzerland. So arguments on other boards, stay on other boards. We're all good in here. Okay. We're all fresh in here. Okay, consider it prevented then. Over, said, and done with. Yeah, yeah, so over, said, and done with. Betty, Teresa got to see all a ton of my washcloths that I've crocheted and knitted. I had them all out the other day. All my sample rags. Thank you, Teresa. Okay. Are we done? Yes, we're done. You know what? I couldn't even tell you for sure exactly which live it was or at what point in the live it was. If nobody minds, I could pull them back out and show you. Yeah, we're Switzerland in here. You know, if there's beefs on other pages and stuff, it's Switzerland in here. That'll be the easiest way to handle it, I think. Well, that's Switzerland too, agreeing to disagree. And the squid. And the squid. That's right, Brooke. Yeah, Betty. I brought out my crazy mask. Yeah. Would you like me to show some stuff? Oh, what the fuck? I'll show it. I'll show it. Let's blow this shit up. There's 16 here now. We're gonna totally titillate the lurkers. Because what could be more fun, right? Well, right now in my hands, I've got washcloths starting. Okay. This is actually a dish towel. It's a waffle stitch. Or is that? No, that's a basket stitch. This is all crochet so far. That's a big one. Popcorn stitch. This is good for scrubbing. A smaller washcloth. And I don't know what stitch that is offhand. I'd have to go back and check my notes. But I like whenever I'm practicing a new stitch or doing a stitch I haven't done in a while. Yes, the mask. Um, they are good for that too. But whenever I'm practicing a new stitch or just need to do something small, I'll make them into a washcloth because that's a great way to get the stitch down before you do something bigger. That's my opinion. And when you're teaching somebody new stitches, I think that's a great way for them to learn because they learn a stitch and on a washcloth, it's very forgiving and it doesn't take long and they have something to take home, so to speak. Um, here's another one. I don't remember offhand what stitch that is, but it's a different size. So, but all of these are samples that I've used these for something, and I don't remember what, but or why. But and they're all cotton. I only use cotton for washcloths and dish rags and stuff. And you thought that was it? Nah. Scrubby. And I think Teresa said this is the waffle stitch. This is a larger dishcloth. And great texture for scrubbing pots and stuff. And all those floaties are from coming off the cotton there. But waffle stitch. Shell stitch. What did you decide that you thought this was, Teresa? I don't remember what this stitch pattern is. What I need to start doing is for the ones that I keep for instructional purposes, I need to put a tag on it. This is just regular single crochet. And this pattern right here would be great if you make these either all the same color or different colors, the same size, and put them with a kitschy bar of soap, that you pick up at a farmer's market or something, a homemade, handmade soap with a nice bow on it. And as a housewarming gift, a girls' afternoon gift, birthday gift, something simple would be really nice. There's the waffle weave stitch. And this is just another one with texture, which is great. The back's all one, but on the front, you're crocheting in the texture, which makes it nice and easy if you're scrubbing. And then this one is knit. This is a knit pattern. No, it's not a shell stitch. So, but yeah, this is the only one I have up here that is knit. And I buy my yarn in big rolls or spools. So when I start with crocheting the cotton with cotton, I end up with a lot of the same colors because of that. Because they're the big skeins or the big spools usually. But the really pretty colored cottons don't come in big spools and rolls. Okay. Which one had the hat? No, that's not the hat. There's a hat in here. Excuse me. I'll be right back. Are you ready for the hat? Betty, are you ready for the hat? Hi, Amanda. Ah, the balaclava. I even gave it eyebrows. Look at that. It's got eyebrows. When I came across this on Etsy, I laughed so hard when I saw it. And I can only think of one person. Who do we know that is always wearing filters? That's a real life filter. I have something special I'm working on in this one. Can you see the blue eyes? I haven't finished it yet, so you can't see it. Oh, look who's peeking out the back there. Say hi, Brulee. You can't see that one yet. Let's see. What other one can I show you? No? Nope, 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 not there. Okay. You guys haven't seen this one yet. Give me a minute. Yeah, I think I need to turn these so they go the other way. Yeah, I actually need to twist these so they go the other way. That's what I need to do. That'll work better. Yeah, there you go. Now you can see the suckers. And then you put a little like a little plastic shopping bag in the poofy pouch here, and that makes it stand up. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to tell you a story about this. That's the second one I've made. This is the second one I've made. Um, I've had this pattern forever. I've had this pattern forever. That started showing up on my feed. Um, I don't know, 7, 8 years ago. And I'm like, oh my God, I got to make one of those. I love them. The octopus hat. It started, like I said, it started showing up on my Facebook feed and YouTube feed 7-8 years ago, easy. And this pattern was made in yeah, this pattern came out in 2017. And I went and found the pattern. You know, I've had it for a while, and I made one. And then just decided recently to make another one as a gag. And I'll just leave it as some of you may know what the gag is, others of you may not. And if you know, you know. If you don't, it won't matter. But and to go along with that gag, there's more. And the balaclava was going to be part of it too. And it all kind of got blown out of the water recently. Yes, I'm going to come back with another hat on. Terry, you know what the joke is, right? And that pattern I actually had before for making something for some of my Navy friends, because we call them squids. And it became something, it's like, oh no, I could turn this into something really funny, and somebody else would be able to get some content out of it. And then that kind of just got recently blown out of the water. It's Betty, it's just a friend who doesn't like squid for reasons, and I didn't know that, and I tried to send them some squid product, squid ink to eat, and don't like squid. And it just kind of became a joke from a couple things I sent after that. We just turned it into a joke. And and then uh, then there was a bad haircut involved. And I'm like, oh, let me send the hats, but it wasn't the right time of year for hats with the weather in their area. So I had to wait. And while I was waiting for the right time, hell kind of broke loose. And then it turned into, okay, fuck it. So all the care I put into making those, they're going to get gifted elsewhere. Oh, my ass will heal. What more trouble can I get in? My ass will heal. So, but anyway, so yes, so those are some of my fun hats. I actually need to I have a mannequin head now. I need to put them on the mannequin head and get some good pictures. Since they're now been outed, they'll go up onto my they'll go up onto my page somewhere. You know, because I had mentioned them in one of the other groups that I go into once in a while. I had mentioned in there with some, you know, some other crocheters I know. Thank you, Nina. But good night, Betty. Thanks for being here. Squid is delicious. But so anyway, so those are some of the hats I've made. So, and they may not look like much, but they take a little bit more work than making a washcloth. A little bit more intricate. So I'm going to switch back to my fire scene, but I am still here, but we'll let everybody enjoy the fire without me. How's that? Yeah. So, I mean, it's different. It's different, you know, and I think it would have been funny, and the sense of humor probably, hopefully, would have been appreciated in the humor it was meant. But, you know, it is what it is. You just hope that when you do stuff like that, that you know, the thought that went into it, you know, on a homemade gift, you know, that that's what's thought of. Nina, thank you so much for being here. Much appreciated. Have a good night's sleep. Yeah, I have fun with some different colors, but I had, when I was making these, I was determined that I was going to use only yarns that I had in the house. Because I have so much yarn, it's ridiculous. And for the record, Terry, those hats, I fully expected that that's something that would have been, you know, regifted or donated. And I wouldn't, because of what they are, and I would not have had any issue with that, as long as, you know, it was the fun that was meant to go along with it as the joke. That was what was meant there. Because my sense of humor is what it is. Oh, I had actually queried, what someone's colors were. Oh, there was thought there, colors by design. Well, I'm out there. I don't know about fun, but I'm out there. Thank you. But I am seriously, I am dead serious about, we're going to crochet an emotional support shit. I have a pattern for it. So get ready. We got to do that. We got to have the shit first. We got to be prepared for shit first. Okay. And then I have some fun stuff for us to laugh about after that we can crochet. All kinds of shit. All kinds of shit. I mean, we could do you know an emotional support octopus too with sensory beads. I have my moments. Oh, I'm sure at some point I'll piss you off too, Brooke, but hopefully you'll you know, forgive me for it. But you know, that's when women get together, we ebb and flow with, piss each other off 1 hour and everything's fine the next. That's just the nature of the way it goes. And hopefully it ebbs and flows and it doesn't stay as an ebb like some are going to. I should finish that. But did we have an argument? See, I've forgotten it already. So it was an ebb and flow type thing. See? Good to go. Okay. All righty then. Yes, I'm definitely going to have to call a hookers meeting. Ow. That was my knee. Thank you. So. Oh, yeah. Well, that was there was a lot going on in that moment. So no, there was just a lot going on in that moment, and tensions were high. So yeah, it's not like you cored my asshole out like some. So no, that was a tense moment. So thanks, Jello. And we worked it out, Terry. That's why I said when you apologized, that really meant a lot to me. It really did. So that's what I thought you were talking about earlier. But yeah, that really meant a lot. So, oh, I got more than one too, Amanda. All because of Tara. Gucci. That. So, but anyway. No, there's nothing to apologize for. No, like I said, I mean, when tensions are really high, like it was in that particular chat, you know, some things get said and you work through it and you work it out, you know, and it is what it is. I mean, that's part of being adults is being able to decipher. It's like, well, you know, is this a forever thing or is this because we were of the way it was at the moment or what? You know, and the words that were spread at the moment were very fitting for the moment. You know, so no use dwelling on that. So yeah, so no use dwelling on that. So sorry. It sucks that people don't understand when someone has serious mental health issues. Oh my God. Sorry. Yes, let's enable some more by claiming that. Yeah. Let's enable some more. You know you got issues, get some fucking help if you're causing this many problems. I'm sorry, did that sound unsympathetic? It was the fuck off heard around the world. Actually, no, it wasn't because you know what? I didn't go bitching to everybody online talking about it. So I don't even think Terry realized just how much that bugged me until I just clued her into it a little while ago. I don't think she realized how much that was because I didn't go around, you know, talking shit about it everywhere. Yeah, she's trying. Chris is trying. So, but we're adults, we work through things. Yeah, I saw that post you put up, Amanda. That was pretty cool of you. I didn't want to interject because that post was between you two, but I did see it. I'm pretty sure I clicked on the thumbs up, but I didn't want to say anything on it because again, that was you know, yeah, it's on a public forum, but that was between you two, and that was really awesome. Wasn't going to say anything about the timing or anything. Wasn't even thinking about that. So earlier before we went live tonight, I was carrying up 2 bags of bird feed upstairs because I don't use my stair glides. unless I'm really, 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 really hurting. And I don't put the bags of bird feed on them unless I'm really, 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 really hurting. You know, I try not to rely on them. And anyway, so I have a 25-pound bag of bird feed in each arm. And I went to set them down and ripped off one of my fingernails, and it hurts like a motherfucker. I'm just glad I didn't quick myself. Hey, Chris. Kumbaya, my friends, kumbaya. Kumbaya, my friends, kumbaya. Well, I almost feel a tantric song coming along. I feel like singing Astounded by Tantric. Out fucking standing. That's a good coping mechanism, Chris. Chris, you had said something in Amanda's post. I have to go back and read it. Um, you said something that made me think that you and I should talk sometime. But I'd have to go back and read it again to remind me exactly what it is. And I'm getting tired. That's why I can't remember exactly now. But as soon as I remember that, I will let you know. That's what it was. That's exactly what it was. Being in fight or flight. That is exactly what it was. Because I've lived like that for decades. And that is a rough way to live. And yeah, I can talk with you about some tools for that, but this is not the place to do it. Oh, I'm here, Teresa. I'm just sitting here with the flames. Um, I'm not sure what RPEDM is. Yeah, I heard the accountability buddies things too. Accountability buddies things. That's a hell of a word. No, I'm here. I was just being thoughtful there for a moment. Mindful. I'm being mindful. When we heard accountability buddies, I think we all cringed. No. EDMR. EDMR. I think that's the one where you tap your shoulder. Terry, are you still here? Okay. Yeah, that's EDMR. EDMR. Yeah, they offered me that, and with everything else that I had done so far to that point, I had read on that, because I research everything too, but I read on that, and it just wasn't clicking for me, just with what I was learning about it. And I have friends that I had done different PTSD groups with, that they've done it and it's worked for them. And I talked to them about it, and between talking with them and what I've read on it, it just was not clicking with me. So I have not gone for the EDMR. I'm not sure why the military did that for you though. That That has me wondering. I got connections too, but you can't get a civilian into military health care, typically, even when you're active duty, unless it's a dependent. But I haven't been in for a while, so maybe something has changed. So I'm not familiar with that. So maybe that's a Florida thing. Did Terry say she was leaving? That she's multitasking. Oh, trust me, I know how many veterans take their lives, but I'm just not familiar with that project name. Huh. Well, that's cool. Yeah, I just scrolled back and didn't see anything, so well, I'm glad you feel it's a great organization, even though they weren't able to help you. Right. Yeah, she is Amanda. Oh, you're asking if I was military, Brooke? Yes, I'm a Marine. Yes, ma'am. We're the rock stars. Yes, I am I'm a PTSD veteran. Well, CPTSD. I have pre-Marine Corps trauma too. Yep. Hoorah. Yes, women Marines are the elite of the elite. I met Dean Koontz. He lived in Laguna Niguel, California. BPD is very common with PTSD. In fact, most people get a BPD diagnosis before they get a PTSD diagnosis. I haven't read him in quite a while, but I've read tons and tons and tons of his shit. And I don't mean shit, like the kind we're going to crochet. I mean the good kind of shit. Yes, he had golden retrievers. Oh man, I would love to dine with George R.R. Martin. You must have presented pretty extreme then, Chris. I've read just about everything V.C. Andrews. In fact, I had just downloaded a couple of her uh, books on Libby, but I didn't get a chance to read them. There's two more series that came out in the last few years. Those are the only ones I haven't finished. Yeah, I do a lot of audiobooks because I don't always have the time to sit down and read. So I do the audiobooks when I'm multitasking. I love the Libby app. Y'all use the Libby app? I think I've seen most of the Lifetime movies. They did the Ruby series. I think that was the last one I saw. No, I don't have Lifetime TV and I'm not paying for the app, but I've seen most of them. Yeah, reading is better than the audiobooks, but I don't always have the time to sit down and read. But yeah, you could excuse me, you can get the written books and a lot of the audiobooks on the Libby app. Are any of you familiar with the Libby app? It's free. You have to pay on Audible. Is that the one where she's the hooker? Mother, May I Sleep? I like a lot of the old Patty Duke movies. Uh, you spelled it correctly. You can look it up on any of your devices and even on the computer um, online. You have to have a library card. Get it through your local library. It's free. And you could download books from your local library. You could download books from your local library for free and audiobooks. And usually there's magazines you could get too. And you borrow them, you know, whatever period of time your library sets. I'm pretty sure I've seen that one because that title sounds familiar. And I think I've seen most of Tori Spelling's. Um, she did Death of a Cheerleader too, I believe. But yeah, the Libby app. Yeah, go on the Libby app. I'm pretty sure every library nowadays has it. No, you don't have to go into the. You don't have to go if you have the library card. You don't have to go into the library. In fact, you could do it online. And I think I have like 8 or 9 different library cards. Yeah, you can get usually multiple libraries, several different places. Um, yeah, so and that comes in handy because not every library has every book. To Die For with Nicole Kidman. Yeah, that was a good one. Uh, Nicole Kidman and oh, what's his face? Uh, he's not bad looking for his age. Um, totally blanking on his name right now though. But yeah, Libby app is fantastic. Can't talk enough about it. Oh yeah, I have it on my computer, my phone, and on my iPad, and they're all connected. They all sync up together. Yeah, young Joaquin Phoenix, but I'm talking about who played her husband. Um, crap, I'm totally blanking on his name. A heartthrob, from The Age. He was also in Wild Things. Um, damn it, I hate when I can't remember names, and I'm usually really good with names. It's because I'm getting tired. But anyway, yeah, and yeah, because I'll like when I do any driving, I just play through the car speakers, and my phone hooks up to the to my truck. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, you know exactly who I mean. That guy. And listen to the audiobooks that way. Oh, you can't beat it. It's free. It's free and it's a great resource. Audible, you have to pay with your Libby card. With Libby, it's free through your local library. And you don't have to worry about late fees because it automatically uh, takes it back when you're done. Yeah, don't you hate when you can't remember a name? And I'm usually so good with names. Matt Dillon, yes, thank you. You Googled that, didn't you? Ha! But oh man, yes, yum yum. Matt Dillon, yum yum. Okay, okay. Yeah, Audible is pricey. Yeah, I discovered the Libby app when I had to do all that driving I did for work. And I did all the Games of Thrones books that were out at the time. Uh, the Hunger Games trilogy at the time. Um, Shit, I did so many books, it was crazy. I was a hair away from asking my device who it was. You mean from the title of my live that one time? Oh, I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant. It just amazes me that more people didn't get that line. Is he watching the House of Asher now? I think you've answered this before. I just don't remember the answer. I'm sorry. Yeah, Chris, we see you. Oh, that's right. He was in The Outsiders too. How can we forget that? That was a fantastic cast. Yeah, well, Crixus, he was in a whole series as Hercules. Before Kevin Sorbo, or was it after Kevin Sorbo? It was either before or after. I don't remember which. I'm gonna have to prep myself and do the reviews on House of Asher. That was supposed to be a joint thing. It didn't quite work out. No, 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 no fault other than just a timing thing and some things that came up. But there's no reason why I still can't go ahead and do it. Did you see him? Oh crap! He just did a reality show a few months ago. It was climbing a mountain in New Zealand. A bunch of contestants that they started down low and had to climb up. Get it climbing a mountain, and he was the host. Um, when he came in and introduced him, he's got his serious self, you know, talking about because of how serious it's going to be with what they're doing. And all I could think is, him standing there naked with his dick flapping around. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, I could not be doing that show. And with him as the host, because I'm like, dude, I've seen you naked. I've seen your business. Oh, Gannicus. Oh, I'll admit to having a few dreams about Gannicus. So yeah, Asher was loathsome, but I've always liked his character and his acting, and you know I've seen him act a bit here and there. Um, I liked his acting, even though he was an asshole. I liked his acting in Longmire too. Um, but in House of Asher, I am liking his character. I'm not saying I'm not well, I'm going to be doing end up giving some sort of spoilers when I do reviews on the series anyway. But I'm not saying it's because he's any saint or anything like that. He's Asher. But I am liking the job that Nick Tarabay is doing on the portrayal and the way the series is going. And I have heard that it's been renewed for a second season already. I'll have to double check on that because you know things can change. Oh yeah, yeah. In fact, I was just looking at that and thinking I need to rewatch that because I always laughed at how they portrayed Cleopatra and oh shit, what's his name? Fuck. What's his name? That was also in Outlander. He's also in Rome. You know what? I never got into Oz. I'm not remembering all the individual characters by their names, but yeah, Rome was only I think what 2 seasons, so that wouldn't take me long to go through and watch that. You know, I did just watch the series. I think it's playing on HBO now, but it was originally a CW show. It's only 6 episodes. It's called The Swarm. Uh, and it's not because it had any exceptionally good looking characters in it. But I did enjoy the series, and it's about. I think I could sum it up and say it's about the type of eco terrorism from the eco side. Okay, so you haven't seen the Swarm yet. Um, on Prime TV, they had a 2 season limited series called The Rig. Any chance you saw that? I enjoy some of those, but I'm not all about it. I'm not all about it. I like well, it's because I do a little bit of everything. Okay, The Rig. When I'm watching The Swarm, I'm like, I feel like I've seen this before. And then as I got into like the last couple of episodes, I realized that The Swarm, and I would have to double check this to be sure, but I'm willing to bet that The Swarm and The Rig are based off of a book, the same book. And if they're not, it's a hell of a coincidence because they're both different, but they're both the same. So if you watch one, you will not have watched the other, but you will, if that makes sense. Not really into the reality shows. I mean, yeah, I watch a couple, but not really that into it. Welcome back, Envy Me. I have never watched Teen Mom. I couldn't see glamorizing that with a television spot. And then look what happened to a lot of them. Look how a lot of them act. John and Kate, nope. I mean, a couple episodes here and there, but nope, not really. I've watched some things on the ID channel. I enjoyed the Natalia Grace series. I wouldn't brag about that, Amanda. I do like Naked and Afraid. And I didn't start watching that until like maybe a year or two ago. And I'm like, how did I miss this? If you're not at least -2, it's not cold. And I'm talking -2 Fahrenheit. I don't even look at the booties. I love, love, love Outlander. And I do. Outlander, oh, I forget when the premiere date is. It's coming up. But we're going to need to be able to do some Outlander themed crocheting. So that'll probably be some sort of a shawl, maybe some wristlets, a little neck warmer. I gotta find something that either Claire or Brianna wears, and we're gonna do an Outlander. On an Outlander night, we're gonna do an Outlander themed crochet because my knitting is not as strong. Well, I'm old and have abused my body and gained and lost and gained and lost. And yeah, I wouldn't want my ass naked on TV. But, hey, it is what it is. Yes, Blood of My Blood was really, really good. I was surprised. I had wanted to do reviews on that show, but didn't work out. That didn't work out either. I don't think I saw anybody else do it in our community. I could still, you know, consider doing a episode by episode review of the series. Now, I know what Blood of My Blood is. Oh, do tell, you bad girl, you. Oh, that is cold for Florida. Ooh, you're below freezing. Okay. You could say it's cold. You're below freezing. Hey, when I lived in Hawaii, if it dropped into the 70s, we were wearing our woolly pulleys, which are big, thick wool sweaters, and our jackets, and driving around in our vehicles with our heaters on, and then hanging out in our vehicles when we got home because our my house, we didn't have a heater in our house, because it's Hawaii. So yeah, when you're used to the heat, it doesn't take much to make you cold. So envy me. Do you think it would be worthwhile to try to do a uh, episode by episode review of Blood of My Blood? I don't know. I was just going to ask, do you have any other friends that would be interested in it? I could put up a poll, but it would be nice if we could find some other people interested in it too, to at least make the chat pop a little bit with some people that are familiar with the series, because we have an awesome community starting here. Look at our nice new community that's starting here. We have a nice new community starting, but it would be nice to have some uh, pop in the community from those that are familiar with the series. I don't believe you. Okay, hold on. Let me take a note. Let me write a note. Okay. Yeah, I'm not so much worried about checking on Outlander yet because it hasn't started yet. But doing it when the series is on is different than doing episode reviews on a series that's already over. At least that's the way I'm thinking. But and that's only over a few months, but it is still over. I'm thoroughly enjoying this, Brooke. I'm thoroughly enjoying this, and I'm glad that everybody seems to. Well, I'm glad you're finding a little bit of a cozy spot in here, Envy Me. Okay, that's true. That's true. Let me go here and look real quick to see when Outlander starts. Okay, Outlander premieres on Friday, March 6th for 10 episodes. So okay, you know what? So if I tried to get going with reviews on Blood of My Blood, and then that would be like I could do that like as a lead up to to Outlander's fine because this is the final season for the series, and then do a massive Outlander recap. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think, Envy Me? Okay. Let me put some more thought into that and see if I could fit the idea and find a time slot and fit that in with some other things that I'm working on. Because as much as I love being online, I do still have to do shit around my house. Okay, okay. You'll have to keep reminding me that. You know, I play around with the schedule with when I go online and when I don't. You know, it's like nothing set in stone. I don't have a regular schedule per se. So you know, if I'm hitting a time that's not working for you, and it's something that you know, and it's content that you definitely want to be there for, you know, remind me. Cool beans, cool beans. Oh, she knew better than to try that shit with me. Oh, everything in life is a learning curve. Hey, the next time we sing Kumbaya, somebody else has to come up here and sing it. Oh, shucks, Chris. I don't pay. Darn it all to hell. I know. That's why we are honored with your presence, Chris, because you're a bona fide celebrity. Hey, I'll have you know, Brooke, I am Rebrand. That's who I am. You're making me laugh. You're too rich for my blood, Chris. You're too rich for my blood. We'll keep you where it's safe, okay? So good. So good. In the chat. Don't go putting words in my mouth. Oh, I'm a real something something. We're going to have you crocheting plushies for your sweet little man in no time. Won't that be fun? Probably right. See, somebody else just popped in. Somebody else just popped in. You know that just got clipped. Oh, that's too much. Crazy, crazy. Good night, Amanda. As always, thank you so much for the pleasure of your company. Well, you know what, Chris? When you have PTSD, we're all kind of like that, right? But you know what, ladies? I am getting tired too. Plus, I need to hit the ladies. So I'm going to use that as my excuse to call it a night. As much as I hate to do that when we have so much convo still going. But it is late. And I have some things to start trying to plan and put some thought into. And yeah, oh, no apologies necessary. But if you didn't hear, I just said that I'm going to call it a night, NB Me. We've had some wonderful conversation tonight. Envy, you've given me some things to think about. Um, ways to I have to think about ways to present a episode recap for Blood of My Blood. I am excited that there's somebody else in my chat that is an Outlander fan, because I absolutely love Outlander, and I did thoroughly enjoy Blood of My Blood, so I'm excited for that. And we will all talk. chances are good there's going to end up being alive at some point tomorrow, most likely at night, because that seems to be when they all happen anyway. So who am I going to fool and say it won't be at night? But there'll definitely be something else coming, and just keep an eye on notifications and on my board. There'll most likely be something there saying when. So I will see y'all sooner rather than later, and thank you all for being there. Really appreciate you, and it was a pleasure seeing y'all tonight. Good night. Sweet dreams and happy thoughts.